Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I see. Well, an unbiased look at the Green Bay Packers 2020 season schedule. I think it's pretty easy to say. 16-0, mother... Grossi Posse Packer Nation. Welcome to an episode of Packast, the podcast where you don't have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom. Why do we have an early bye week? I hate early bye weeks because our team always gets injured later in the season, and then we're limping into the second half, and then I'm going crazy. And oh my God, this schedule looks like it's so rigged against the Packers. Grossi. But yes, the schedule has been released. Rejoice! And listen, NFL's still planning on doing a full season. We just gotta really hope that happens. Before we get to that, I want to do a big shout and thank you to John Robertson, who has upped his membership over at patreon.com/TomGrossiComedy from a $4 to a $25, a monumental jump. Thank you, John. It is much appreciated. Check out patreon.com/TomGrossiComedy for some cool rewards. So, let's go through this schedule. First glance, first reactions. Yeah, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. We didn't have the easiest schedule, obviously, when our opponents were announced, but the way that this is structured, woof. So, week 1, we are going against the Minnesota frackin' Vikings. Now, obviously, there's a chance that this game will be played without fans, which would be great and wonderful for the Packers, but this is always a tough place to play, always tough building to win in, and also coming in after the Vikings had a very strong draft. And on top of that, starting things off on the road. I would not be surprised if we wound up losing this one, just because get the first one out of the way. If there's any team that we're going to split in the division with, I think it's going to be the Vikings. Obviously, we swept all of them last year. But I'm going to be conscientious here and say that the first game will be a loss. Unless there's no fans, then Aaron Rodgers is just going to annihilate that team. Then, week 2, you got the Lions coming to town. That's the Lions who we were not leading for a single second during each game. And yet, we won both games. But yeah, the Lions, they're a team that if they can get it going, if they can get their mojo back and kind of get some cohesion, they could be really good. Obviously, getting Okudah. But I think the Packers will be able to pull this off for our first home win. Then week 3, we got primetime, baby. We are going to New Orleans to take on the Saints with Drew Brees on Sunday Night Football. This should be a ridiculously fun game. Also, might be the last time you see Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers going toe-to-toe. I think this is going to be a really tough game. Their offense, obviously, is incredibly explosive. Their defense is where I think we could take advantage of them. But just being as unbiased as possible, I think this is a tough place to play and a tough place to win, and so I see the Packers suffering their second loss. Then we got Monday Night Football the following week as we welcome the Atlanta Falcons to Lambeau Field. The Falcons are a hot mess. They could be good. Todd Gurley could do well for them, but I like Monday Night Lambeau. Yeah, I think the Packers will win it. Week 5 is a bye, but I feel like that's going to be a loss because, God, I hate early byes. I hate them so much. Then, of course, coming right out of the bye, we get punched right in the gonads because then we're going to Tampa Bay to take on Tom Brady, Gronkowski, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is the most shocking thing about this was that this was not going to be a primetime game. It looks like it's going to be the game of the week, so it'll be scheduled for like 4:25 Eastern, but I thought this would have been a Sunday Night Football game. But alas, I think this is also going to be a very tough game. I know the Buccaneers are kind of being hyped up to the moon, but I think that they have a good chance of winning this game. So again, being modest, I think the Packers could lose their third game here. Then following that game, we go over to Houston, and they're going to have a problem. Yeah, Deshaun Watson is always a difference maker and always a wild card, but I just don't believe that team has enough weapons. I think the Green Bay Packers should be able to take care of business. Hopefully Aaron Rodgers throws 6 touchdowns on them again. That was nice. Then week 8, we got the Minnesota Vikings. I think we're going to wind up splitting with them, and this is at home. So, listen, halfway through the schedule, we've already played the Vikings twice. Sure, whatever. I think we're going to wind up getting the win. Then, this is what really sucks. Week 9, on a shortened week on Thursday Night Football, we got to go to freaking frickin' Santa Clara and go face the 49ers. Yep, San Francisco 49ers on Thursday Night Football. Yeah, I'm just going to get this out of the way. It's a shortened week. They're a really good football team. It's not that I don't have faith. It's just if I'm being realistic, I don't think we're going to win this one. Then week 10, we welcome the Jaguars over to Lambeau Field. Jaguars are in rebuild mode. If we lose to them, then I'm going to rip my hair out. So we'll win that one. Then we're going to take on Phillip Rivers and the Colts in week 11. And I think that we should be able to take care of business against Indianapolis. Another win. Then we got another primetime game in week 12 against the Chicago Bears. Sunday Night Football. Should be a great game. And I think the Packers should be able to take care of business. I think that the Bears are another team that we could potentially split with, but it depends on how good that offense is and how many tight ends they decide to keep. So I think we'll win that one on Sunday Night Football. Then week 13, we welcome the Eagles back again. Yep, we lost to them last year on a Thursday night. Hopefully with some more time, in a regular schedule, we'll be able to plan for them. Eagles will definitely be a tough matchup. I think that this would be a really, really fun game. I do give the slight edge to the Green Bay Packers because of that defense, so I see them winning that one. Week 14, against the Lions. Yeah, I think we're going to beat them until it's proven otherwise, or we stop paying the refs. And week 15 could be on a Saturday or a Sunday. We're going against the Panthers as they're coming to Lambeau once again. This game could go either way. This could be the Christian McCaffrey show. Also, you got Teddy Bridgewater coming back to Lambeau. But Christian McCaffrey is pretty much that entire offense. So if we're able to contain him, we'll be good. But I also don't know if we have a run defense. So that might go down the last minute again. So I'll give us a win. Then week 16, we have our final primetime game, and that is against the Tennessee Titans on Sunday Night Football. This should be a ridiculously fun game. You want to see how good our run defense is? Well, the penultimate game of the regular season, you got Derrick Henry to deal with, so yikes. This is another game that I could see could potentially go the other way. It depends on how much pressure we're able to get on Ryan Tannehill, but the number one thing is going to be stopping Derrick Henry. But again, I'll be modest and say that, there's a chance that we lose this game, so I'll give us the loss here. And then week 17, finishing up away against the Bears. Yeah, Bears. That defense is going to be good. The offense, again, though, a lot of question marks, what's going on with them. Nick Foles, I think, should definitely make them better, but I think we could pull off the win, so I'll give us a win there. So if you're paying attention at home, I think a modest prediction is about 11-5. The games that I see us giving us the hardest time are at the Vikings, at the Saints, at the Buccaneers, at the 49ers, and then home against the Titans. Those are the games that I could see, going either way. 49ers one, that might just go one way. But, looking at this at a glance, it's a rough schedule. The combination of an early bye week on top of that, you got the 49ers on a shortened week. It's ugly. Week 6 through week 9 is going to be rough. You have the Bucks, Texans, whatever, Vikings, and then the 49ers. Yeah, that's gonna be a rough stretch. And even at the very end, last 3 games, 15, 16, and 17, you have the Panthers, Titans, and Bears, which are not gonna be easy games. So, obviously there's gonna be strength of schedule and all that garbage that's gonna come out, which really doesn't matter because we have no idea how good or bad these teams are going to be. But based on this schedule, the Green Bay Packers are definitely gonna have an uphill battle. I hope they're up to the task. It should be a lot of fun to watch. But let me know what you think about the schedule down in the comments below. And let me know what you think the Green Bay Packers record is going to be. You can always find me at TomGrossiComedy.com or at TomGrossiComedy on all social media. See down below. Check out Packast on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Spotify, and of course YouTube. And a big shout and thank you to all the Patreon members over at patreon.com/TomGrossiComedy. But thank you so much for watching. We're going to be streaming. We're going to be talking. We're breaking down other schedules right after this video is posted. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go Pack, go.